how cold it's going to be. Temperatures will not will be. Our current temperature in the Queen City, 33 degrees east northeast wind is about 6 miles per hour. It's cold out there, but we're here in Oneonta County. For today, we're looking at potential for snow today. Cloudy skies across the
So last week at work, I was asked a very inappropriate question. It wasn't offensive, but I just don't think it's correct. I just don't think it's appropriate conversation for the workplace environment. Someone asked me what religion am I affiliated with? And first of all, I'm not legally obliged to answer that. So, just in case you guys didn't know, if somebody asked you what your religion was, you're not legally obliged to give them an answer. So, this is going to be like borderline daily vlog, borderline genealogy vlog, because in order for me to explain my sense of being and my religious affiliation, I have to share a couple of things that I came across last year and that I just reread over again recently because it resonates with me so deeply. I thought it was really interesting, and I actually keep it with me on my phone anytime I feel down, anytime I'm having just a bad day. I flip to it and I'm like, that's my people. That's how I've always felt. That's how I view life in general. But as far as my religion goes, I'm not affiliated with a set religion, and that's pretty odd. I mean, I am in the South, I am in the Bible Belt, and that's not the first time somebody's asked me what religion I follow, what church I attend. I've gotten asked that maybe a million times in my lifetime because it is the South. So, I'm not really affiliated with any religion, mostly because my family is full of different religions and different beliefs. It's really hard for me to conform and just pick just one, because if I pick one over the other, I feel like I'm spiritually and personally causing a conflict with myself, and I can't do that. So, first of all, half of my family is Christian. I was raised in a Christian household in a Christian church. And I've always felt like I didn't need to attend a building to express my beliefs. A building is just a shell. And that's really weird because I'm a genealogist. I love old buildings. I love exploring old churches and old buildings. But as a faith, I've always felt like I didn't need to attend a building to express my faith, or to meditate, or to get, or to pray. That's just how I've always been. You carry your religion and your spiritual beliefs with you. And I don't think a building has anything to do with that. I mean, it is nice to have some place quiet to go, and it is nice to have a sense of community with other people, and to make friends and have your family surround you. That is always nice. And that's how I grew up with. All the churches in the South, you're pretty much related to everybody. And you're always finding some reason to have a picnic, to have homecoming. You're always finding some reason to cook. And that was one of the things I did like about our churches growing up. You always were around family and friends. It didn't matter which church I attended. There's like a gazillion Church of Christ, a gazillion Baptist churches. I mean, there's one on every corner down here, especially back home, on the eastern part of North Carolina. But I've always felt like the building itself didn't matter. You didn't need to attend a church on a certain day at a certain time to carry your faith and your spirituality with you. And it's pretty cool because apparently my ancestors felt that way too. I have several ancestors who were arrested in the 1600s and 1700s for not attending church. And I thought that was so freaking neat. My ancestors fled Europe to get away from all of the religious upheaval and all the religious confirmations, because if you go back and look at the time they left England and Ireland and Scotland and France, it was the exact same time where the kings were switching religions and you can be burned at the stake or hung or assassinated for not conforming. So there's a lot of history in that. If you go look back at a lot of the European history in regards to religion, a lot of people, a lot of families up and left because they just did not want to conform to any religion, or they felt like they didn't need to choose another religion and have to die for it. So that's basically how my family got here, is that they felt like, or I feel like that's what happened. If you go back and look at the dates and the history following, that makes sense to me. So my family does not like being told what to do in a nutshell. That's our history in the giant huge nutshell. We just don't like being told what to do. We've never have. So I have documented proof that ancestors were arrested for not attending church in Maine and in North Carolina. I loved finding that information because that meant a lot to me, because I've never actually felt the need to conform to anything. I've never felt the need to prove anything to anybody. And when I saw that documentation, I thought it was the neatest thing ever. A lot of my family feel the same way too. Like, they don't have the need to conform to anything. And I just thought it was really cool that we actually stem from a long line of people who were just giving you like the bird when it comes to bossing us around, telling us what to do. And I came across affidavits and civil documentation and court records that you can find online for yourself, mind you. And I just thought it was really, really interesting how those traits and those emotions can pass down generations. You see something and you can say, hey, that's my people. And I'm proud those are my people because they were paving the way for us to, make noise and not settle for what we don't believe in.
And in other news, my husband is trying to repair our car as fast as possible before the weather gets bad this weekend. I originally started out needing a water pump. Bought the water pump. My husband is getting to it. If you don't know where the water pump is located, depending on what car you have, with mine, it sits directly underneath everything, so he has to pull everything out to get to it. So he pulled out the radiator. The radiator was shot. So I bought a new radiator yesterday. I broke in my bright new shiny credit card. Yeah. What's in my wallet? Nice size car repair bill. But it's okay, because I can get it paid off as soon as possible. But that's not how I intended to break in my credit card, but that's okay. It's for emergencies, and I think a car repair is kind of an emergency. So my husband already put in the new radiator. Now he's putting in the water pump. And that's going to take a while, but he's trying to get to it as fast as possible. He had to not only fight bronchitis, but also pneumonia at the same time, while trying to put the car together. And then we had a few days where it rained nonstop, so we couldn't get to the car anyways. But now that he's feeling better and now that it's not raining, he's in a serious hustle to get all the repairs done and the car back on the road before this weekend. At this point, I almost have a brand new car, but that's okay. It's a learning experience, and it is what it is. I mean, there's really not more I can say about that.
Also, I'm going to try out a new insulate I have for my channel. I like it. I think it came out really pretty, really funny. But let me know what you guys think. I'm going to try and switch them up different times depending on the video, depending on what I talk about, depending on what I have to do. But I think the one that I created today came out pretty darn cool. And at least I know how to do them. So I'm going to use that one today. And I'll just create different ones for various topics that I'm going to do. Also, please feel free to leave a comment about anything we discussed today. I really want to get into my genealogy videos and my genealogy work, and I was just kind of testing the waters with it today on video and on my channel just to see how far I can go with it. But just let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your feedback about it. I'm gonna go. I will see you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and please check out my other social media. Oh God, something's burning.